Black Coffee with a Side of Tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
This show is sponsored in part by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services, offering quality tax preparation, serving clients nationwide. For more information, visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. It's your girl T Baby, aka Tanisha Shanette on Instagram, and we have the wonderful ladies of Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. Zoe, Zozo is what I call her. Our special guest, Miss Kathy Brooks, and the number one stunner, Lisa Dene. Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Saturday.
Yes, happy Saturday. It's always a good Saturday, and we're in December. We don't know which weather we're going to get. It's either going to be cold or it's going to be hot. So we're kind of in between at this point.
And today
we're going to do a sister check-in. Whoever wants to go first, go ahead and do that sister check-in for the week. We'll go ahead and let our special guest, Miss Kathy Brooks, and she's our guest. We're going to allow her to go first, do a sister check-in and see how her week was.
Okay. All right. My week was pretty good. Long, but the days went by pretty fast. And all is well.
That's good. That's awesome.
Well, I had an amazing week, another amazing week in the beautiful and wonderful life of Lisa Dene. So that's what I had. I will say I had a tiring week, and Kathy know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I still say it's an amazing week. We did our red carpet last night for Vincent Victoria Presents, the last night of Josephine Baker. And if you guys do not know, Vincent Victoria puts on a wonderful production. So it was good to be out in the streets last night.
Uh-oh.
And tomorrow we might go and do it again at the Jingle Jam put on by Loud Music. So if you know anything about that and you're in Houston, we're going to see you there.
Exactly. You want to go, Zozo?
I'll go. So I can agree with both of y'all. Long, but awesome. Like you said, I finished finals. I'm getting a school break and able to focus more on my business. So I'm just ready for it. That's all. I'm just really ready for the future and the progression.
Absolutely awesome. So I had a long week too. It's my second week working from home, which people think is easy, but mentally when you're with customer service, that can be a huge mental thing. But I made it through. I'm excited. I have a break from school as well. So finals are done. I'm excited about the Uno class that I have for the next semester that is left on the the hanging fruit, as they call it, the long hanging fruit that's in the distance. But I'm excited about the new journey. I'm excited to be here with you ladies this Saturday to see your beautiful faces again, as always. And yes, we did have fun yesterday at the Vincent Victoria Josephine Baker. It's amazing that he takes the time to teach us about our history. And if you don't know, make sure you go and support. He's there to December 20th, and you can go. If you don't have tickets beforehand, make sure you go in person. You can purchase your ticket at the door, and he puts on an awesome show to where you're engaged and so engaged. We got a chance to see one of his shows, Cherry Cola, and we was like,
really interesting.
Right. You never get a chance to get bored. Because he's engaging you and he's teaching you. It's some comical parts in there, but you're still learning on the back end about your history, and that's so important. As Black people, we need to know our history.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So it sounds to me like everybody had a great week.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, we did.
All right. Well, before we go to break, I do want to say, I don't know, just sending out prayers to the people of Kentucky. They just experienced a horrific tornado last night, you guys, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
like so many people, so many casualties. Also to fellow Amazonians in Illinois who got trapped inside an Amazon fulfillment center.
Right.
And I turned the news off, so I don't know the update on them. But I just wanted to say before we do go to a commercial break, sending prayers out to them.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's just like, what can you do in a tornado?
Yeah.
All you can do is take shelter, and
That's all you can do.
you send your prayers up.
Yeah,
You
that's
send
all you
prayers.
can do.
Yeah.
So, losing everything this close to the holidays, even though people say, oh, you shouldn't care about the holidays, we do care about the holidays.
We
Right.
do.
I mean,
Absolutely.
It's important to us. It's important.
Yeah.
That's the time that you're really able to spend with your family and get to be involved with your family and do traditions and do stuff with your family for the holidays.
Right. I mean, that's the thing when it's so close to it and people lose everything and then they lose family members. I mean, it's rough. And every year around this time, it's going to be hard for them.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention these people and that encourage everybody that's listening, no matter where you are in the world, send up some prayers for the people in Kentucky and the Illinois, really the whole Midwest.
Absolutely.
And also go on and put Houston on the list. I'm just saying.
Always.
Right.
Put us on the list as well for different reasons, but we need
Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, I guess we'll be right back after this commercial break with our special guest, Kathy Brooks. You guys don't go anywhere. It's Black Coffee with a Side of Tea on Stunner Radio.
Yay.
Are you looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Great, I have something just for you. It's the Stunner Radio Holiday Gift Guide with amazing products from Black-owned, woman-owned, and veteran-owned businesses. We've curated an amazing list just for you. So visit www.stunnerradio.com/holiday gift guide to check it out. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
And we're back.
Yay.
So we have our amazing special guest, Miss Kathy Brooks.
Yeah.
And we're so excited for you to be here to tell us about your amazing company, Skin
Taught.
Skin Taught. I was wondering if that what it was. Skin Taught.
Yeah.
So tell us about your amazing company, Skin Taught, and what inspired you to start your company.
Okay, I can do that. Well, first, let me say I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be on board with you wonderful ladies, beautiful ladies. And Skin Tight, what it's about is it's a subscription company, and it's based on providing skincare products, natural skincare products to women, mostly women of color, but everybody has skin, so it would benefit all women. So that's the first initial mission of the company.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Well, I know that
organization. It's the organization too.
Yeah.
I know that the people listening will know what I'm about to say, but maybe the people watching, maybe you need to turn your volume up. The lady also has a voice, an amazing voice. I know y'all heard that when she was giving the description. So she is coming to Stunner Radio with the Kathy Brooks Show. Now, why she wasn't in radio before, who knows?
Right.
Who knows? But she has an amazing voice and a little bit of a tendency to be modest. So give us a little more about that. Talk to us a little bit more about that, Kathy.
you want me to talk to you about the Kathy Brooks Show?
Yes.
Great. Okay, it's my pleasure to do that. Well, I'm not. Well, the Kathy Brooks Show is going to be joining the Stunner Radio family in January. I'm excited to be a part of the team. And what I want you all to know about the show is it was a long time ago that I had a thought to even be on the radio, but it was dismissed and I just moved on with life. But, as you grow and learn and opportunities come your way, and it comes in a way that you would never, ever think or hope. But the Kathy Brooks Show will be starting in January. what the show is about is sometimes, in life, we go through different changes. We have transitions. We have issues that may come up. My show is about using those things that we go through and how the spirit, soul, and body impacts growing in those areas, how that impacts you as a person. How does that help you to grow? And why do we care about that? So that is what the show is about. It's I'm trying to build a community so that people have a safe place that they can come to and make discussions about these things. We deal with a lot of things in life. We deal with changes, all kinds of things, and all of those things make a difference to your body, your soul, and your spirit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's true. I mean, when you think about it, we were talking about this last night, in a sense where the things that affect your mind can then trouble your spirit and then make your body sick.
Yeah.
True.
It's weird.
Absolutely.
It's all connected. Sometimes people will have high blood pressure because of something they're going through.
Yeah.
True. Absolutely.
So I think that it's right that sometimes we don't know how it's connected, and then people have all this stuff bottled up inside of them, and they don't feel like they have anybody to give it to talk to about it. And then you realize that can make you ill. That can really make you physically sick.
It definitely can. You're absolutely right. And the thing that I would like to help people understand and distinguish, the thing that really helped me the most is to understand that the spirit, the soul, and the body are separate things. Some people think mind, body is the same thing. It's not. It's not. Your spirit is the purest part of you. It's the inside of you. Your soul. I'm talking to every one of you. I'm speaking to your soul. That's the thing that we feel. That's the way we think. That's us. That's our personalities.
Right.
That impacts our body, because the way you think about your body, the way you think impacts your body.
Right.
But when all three of those things are aligned, I want to help people discover they have a superpower.
Right.
That is your superpower. When those three things are aligned, I think you can do anything.
I do too.
It's a
I
matter
believe that.
of
I
growing.
believe that.
I believe that.
Absolutely.
But let's just be real about the fact that the alignment is very difficult.
It has
It's
to be
difficult.
aligned. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult because a lot of time your spirit is not in line with your soul, because your spirit could be vexed by anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you can wake up with a good spirit, and by 11 o'clock, you just evil. You got a bad spirit. And so then, even if you're a good spirited person, but you haven't taken care of your body, then you have an illness in your body.
Right.
So so your mind and body and spirit is not healthy or aligned.
Yeah, that's very very good points. The thing I would like to accomplish is to first break those things down, because if you don't understand the differences, you kind of throw everything in one pot. When you think and feel, you think that's your spirit, but that's really not your spirit. That's your personality. That's the thing inside. So yeah, it's difficult to align those things, but it's possible, and it's a process.
I think
it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen over time. But make goals.
The foundation is knowing the difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Say that again, Zoe.
You have to fight for it. Once you know how important it is, you have to fight for it. See, why I say fight is because my mind is always battling my body. Because see, my body don't want to do certain things. I don't feel like doing it.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
You're not.
Look, and then sometimes my body be tired, but my mind be, hey, let's go.
Right.
My
body is like, stop moving.
Right.
So you have to fight for it. It was like, even in our appearance, sometimes your body don't look like you see yourself in your mind.
Right. That's true. That is definitely true.
So it's difficult when you interact with your body. A lot of people who see themselves differently, and then when they see themselves in the mirror, they interact negatively with their body and not knowing it. Because
Right.
you look at yourself in the mirror and what you feel is disgust, your cells absorb that. Your cells know that you're feeling that about
Right.
it.
And they
Right.
reprocess it, and you start exuding those that to yourself, and then your mind starts processing that information on a different level, and then so now you operate in that negative space on a daily basis.
And I
Right,
think
right,
that's
right.
what I mean by fight for it, because it's so hard.
Yeah.
It is hard, but you have to know, for one, that it's necessary. And then for
Absolutely.
two, I can do this, but it's not easy, so I have to fight.
Right. That
I
is an
agree.
excellent
I
point.
definitely agree.
The few minutes I was waiting in the green room and you guys were having a conversation. One of the things that Zoe said was she finished her work. It required her to, stay up late and
Yeah.
be tired and make some sacrifices.
Right.
But she is walking in the reward of that outcome. And
Right.
that is the fight of it. That's
Yes.
what we all have to do. We have to.
Yes.
And the good thing about it is once you make a decision, your decision will make you.
Mm.
I like
Once
that.
you
I
make
like that.
decision,
That's
once
a
you
good one.
said, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to do whatever, I'm going to be a better person,
Yeah.
that decision is going to impact everything else. That's when the alignment starts to happen.
Yes.
That's when the pieces start to come together.
Yes. Now, can we speak to the body when it overthrows the mind? Because I know anybody who's been in the presence of a certain type of man understand the body will take over. The body will take over, and your mind is like, "Don't do it, girl. Don't do it."
Well, that's when you really got it. That's when you really got to get in the ring with yourself.
Right.
No, you need to put the glove.
That is the fight there.
That's the fight.
But sometimes, hey, I can't speak to anything that I haven't gone through or still in the process of going through. So the show for me is my journey as well.
Okay.
I think it's important to always remain a student, always learn. Everything in life is a lesson. When you look at it that way, you don't always internalize every little bit of thing that happens to you.
Right.
It doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. It puts you, it makes you go to that next level. That's why we go through phases and things and stuff. And so back to what you were saying, how the mind and the mind can overpower the body. We just have to practice.
Right.
We just have to practice. And once we, that passes by and we want to get, the first time it's hard. The second time is still hard. The third time it gets a little better. And then you become better. And you may not ever master it, but you're better than you was the first time.
Okay.
Absolutely. I agree with that. But it's just like that saying you used to hear people say, he think with his little head, not his big head. That's what they saying. His mind kind of control his body. I'm just saying, I know y'all heard that before. I mean, his body, the little head, controls his mind.
Yeah.
Right.
The big head. I'm just saying.
The big head.
Hey, we got to get real. We got to get down into it.
Right.
That's what it takes to be real.
Sometimes you do have to break it down, though.
Let's get with it.
You do, because I've always said a person that's mental, that's sick in their body, they don't get ridiculed. But when a person is sick in their mind, they get ridiculed. And I think that's unfortunate, because that's why people don't seek help as much as they should.
Right. Absolutely. Because they feel they feel tormented.
So even our society.
I kind of want to go back to what Miss Kathy said about open up a safe space. I found that in our generation, we're intimidated because it's not a safe space for us to be able to open up and get those certain things that we want to off.
Right. I had to, a lot of things that I discovered, has been through reading. Like I said, I'm always a student. I'm learning all the time. Even when I'm at work, there's lessons, some of them I don't want to necessarily go through or learn, but life is lesson. We in the school of life, and it's a continuous thing.
Yes,
so we don't win or lose, we learn. That's the biggest thing, we learn. And those lessons take us to winning.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be a, what's the word I'm looking for? You can predict your future. You can predict whether you're going to win or lose. It's how you learn. It's, are you willing to do the work?
Yeah.
So that's kind of, where the show is going to go. The subject matters will be various, but the three pillars that I want everybody to come back with is, how does it impact my spirit? How does it impact my body? And how does it impact my soul? So that's what it's about. Let's get it. Let's go.
I think that's awesome. I think that is really awesome. I'm excited because you can go and do so much with that. Like that, there could be, like you said, various topics.
Yes.
So, hey, Love Power Radio Show, we don't win or lose, we learn. That's good stuff.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yes.
And one thing I will say, because I had a similar experience like this, and I did take it as I lost, but then I had to really observe and pay attention to myself. And when I did, I'm like, girl, you ain't lose nothing. Like, you did a
Right.
good, pat yourself on the back and keep on pushing and push harder. Now, like that's all that you can do.
Right.
Right. One thing I that kind of sits with me that I want to speak on, which is one of the bigger challenges for me when you talk about body. I know that Stunner Radio is doing a lot of different things, and one of the things that you guys will be doing in the next year is the body image. When we talk about body, we have to. It's important for us when we get our insides right, our body is going to line up.
Yes.
And the other thing is, we are judged by our outward appearance. And there's some people, their outward appearance may not be the best, but their insides is good.
On point.
So it's a matter of taking what's on the inside and letting that overpower what's on the outside. So that people don't always, when they see you, but they feel something different. They know that you're set apart. They know that you're different. And you may not look like the next person, which is good.
Right.
We need to understand that's good.
Right.
Everybody should not be a cookie cutter of everybody else.
Right.
Right.
That's not what we want to go. I don't want to look like you. I don't want to be like you. I want to be the best that I am.
Right.
That's part of the message that I want to also serve. This opportunity, I feel like, is a platform for me to serve. It's for me to serve.
Absolutely.
People that are having issues, I can be there to guide them, but the whole point of it is to inspire to action, not just inspire. I've been inspired a lot of times, but I didn't do anything. The trainer be like, "Go, girl, go." I'd be like, "Ooh, this no, honey. I might go right now, but I don't know if I can go tomorrow." But it's to inspire to action, being very practical. What are the steps? I mean, your steps may not look like my steps because your life is not like mine. But I would help you to say, let's do something that's going to fit you, or teach you to understand you have to fit things into your life, fit things that's going to work for you. So the goal is success all around.
Absolutely. I think that's important what you said, inspire people to action, because unfortunately people are afraid to really do things. They'll talk about things, they'll sit and have a million meetings, send a million emails, but when it comes to actually doing it, that's when people get frozen. That fear hits you and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it when this happens. I'm gonna do it when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, what you find is that you never do it.
True.
It's just like people who say, if I had more time, I would start a business. But the truth of the matter is, if they really want to start that business, it don't matter. You will make time.
Make the time.
You'll make time. So
there's never perfect time for anything.
Absolutely. So I think action is a very important word. I'm really glad that you said that, because I find that when people, try to tell you, show me how to do what you did, show me how to do what you did, and I'll tell them every step they needed to take, and they didn't win, they didn't do anything because they didn't do anything. Like, you could talk about it to them, you could tell them, and they'll say, oh yeah, I know I got to do this, this, and that. Check back in. Did you do A, B, and C? Oh, I forgot I had to.
Yeah, you still have to do the work. You have to
Yes,
do the
You
work.
have
yes.
to do the
And you
work.
can't put in 10% of it and think you're gonna get 100% outcome. You gotta put
Right.
it all in.
And the
Absolutely.
key also of action is you have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Take
Right.
means nobody's gonna give you the
Yeah.
time. They're not gonna
Oh,
give you anything. Like for instance, I'm gonna take time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That means I took it. Out of
right.
the day, I took the time.
Right.
Nobody gave it to me. I took it. I stopped everything else that was going on because I felt that was important. You
Yeah.
have to elevate your being better and wanting more. You have to elevate that to a point to where you're willing to take the action. And your
Absolutely.
action might be small, but as you continue and as you grow, you're unstoppable. Like I said, that is your superpower. We're going to have some capes and we are going to be working in our superpower. Every
Come
woman
on,
and
superpower.
man
I
has
love
a
it.
superpower.
I love it.
We are
Yes.
super people, but we don't understand the power that we possess.
Right. You're absolutely
So,
correct about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
let's put our capes on and go for it.
I think even when people do learn the secret to the power for themselves, they scared to tell other people, which is unfortunate because
Right.
it's a lot of people who got this. They got it. Very successful people. They understand that alignment and they work hard to keep that alignment
Mhm.
of their body, soul, and spirit. But sometimes you don't see that portrayed in the media. You don't see a lot of books written about that because
No, you
sometimes they
don't.
want to keep that for themselves because a lot of people profit off our brokenness.
You're
They
right.
profit off our pain.
Absolutely.
So instead of really trying to help pull us out because they got out, they'll keep it to themselves. That's why I think what you're doing is very important because somebody needs to hear that more than they need to hear about, the foolery that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? And all the gossip.
That's a
I
great
agree.
point. That is an
People
absolutely
need
great
that.
point.
Yeah.
That is a great point.
Our younger generation needs that.
It's our younger generation, our older generation. Every person that's living and breathing needs to know that one thing is we talk about purpose. We talk about purpose. Purpose is very important. But in order to get to that, you got to take action.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to start somewhere. Start where you are. You might not see the full picture, like Martin Luther King said. Take the step. You don't see the full staircase, but take the step. Because as you take the step, before you know it, you're gonna look back and you're at the top of where you want to be. But you have to move.
You
You have
have
to
to
take
move.
action.
You
And
have to.
fear, like Lisa said, fear is for some people a showstopper.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm scared out of my mind. I'm green at this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm taking a step. I'm taking it in faith. If I fall, I hope you guys will be there to catch me. but
Of course.
but the
Yes.
point is, I'm willing to step out there. I'm willing to do what's necessary because I want to be used. I want to be a vessel to help
Mhm.
other people of what I've learned. And I think that just taking action is important. Whether or not you get it right the first time is that's not important. The important thing is that you're moving, that you're
Mm-hmm.
Right.
doing something, you know? So
Absolutely.
Right.
That you
Definitely.
took the
Right.
first step. Taking the first step is sometimes the most important step.
Mm-hmm.
and the hardest.
Yeah.
Right. And that the hardest too. Some
And the
people
hardest.
I can definitely attest to taking the first step. When I became a part of Stoner Radio,
Yay.
was like, what is this? What is
Look
every
at you now. Look
Right.
at you
I
now.
was I was petrified. I was like, okay, yeah. And so I can attest to Zoe being she saw the terror in my eyes and she was like, I got you. I'm gonna help you, because I just froze. She was like, So
That's
yeah,
your
so such
home.
and such. Yeah. So she was helpful, and I can say that Lisa Danae welcomed me with open arms and embraced me and know that I was willing to take the opportunity to step out and learn. Like you said, being a student,
Yes.
I take that very seriously as well. I when I learn something, when I want to learn something, I take the opportunity and the steps to do that. And that's very inspireful that you want to be a student and want to teach others to be a student too. And I think that's a lost art too, is being a student of life and learning, period.
Yeah. I think I like what you said about fear. And I know for me in my life, when people ask me, how did you overcome this? How did you do this? How did you do that? It's because one thing I've never had, unfortunately, when I was young, was fear. I wasn't scared of nothing. I was like somewhat of a daredevil. I would do fear was never something that stopped me. So that's why I can go far in things because I ain't scared of failure. I ain't scared of nothing. I'm like, when people say, what if I fail? I'd be like, okay, but did you die? You're good. You get back up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's big. And I've always wanted to help other people get that because I just was born fearless. Unfortunately for my parents, I drove my first car when I was 9 years old. I just was watching other people drive and I was like, I can do that. Okay, they putting their foot on the pedal, they turning the wheel. Big deal. I got this. So I got in my sister's car and was like, boom. I had an accident, hurt a couple people, unfortunately. But most 9-year-olds would have never thought to do that. They would have just, they would have been scared. But I have never had fear. So years ago, I started an organization called Cultivate Courage because I wanted to help people cultivate that. But what I learned, Kathy, bringing it back around to your show, is that unless your mind, soul, and spirit, body and soul, well, the three that you told us about, are aligned, you can never overcome. You can never be fearless. So for me, trying to help people cultivate something when they're not in alignment was a waste of time because you can't achieve that fearlessness unless you stay into alignment, because your mind can always, or your soul can always fear what's going to happen to your body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome. That's awesome. It was 2 points that I was gonna bring up that you said that, but they just fleed me. So hopefully they'll come back in a second.
oh, sorry about that. Well, while you're waiting for it to come back, I wanted to say this because when Zoe was talking, this came to my mind. And this is for people that might be listening or watching the replay. Kathy said something about take action. Some of you know what your purpose is, and you should be grateful for that because sometimes your purpose come to you in one form.
Right.
An opportunity that's in alignment with your purpose will come to you in one form. Another year, it'll come in another form. It'll just keep coming.
Yeah.
And you say to yourself after so many years, I should have been done this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
So for you people, I think you have to fight harder because some people wandering around this world not knowing what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, they lost. They just follow the crowd. Whatever this person do, I do. Whatever that person do, I do. So those of us who have that thing in our life, like if you talk to a public speaker, they were speaking since they was a kid, or they had an opportunity to stand up in front of somebody and talk. It always came to them. People will pick them out the crowd. Hey, can you introduce this person? And you're like, I'm just here as a guest. So what I'm saying is your calling will always show up in your life. And when you're that type of person, you got to be really grateful and fight as hard as you can to overcome that fear.
Absolutely.
I do remember something that I was going to add to that when you talk about fear. One thing, a lot of people do know what their purpose is. The fear gets in the way. The other thing that gets in the way is they make the excuse, that's not my personality. I'm a behind the scenes kind of person.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I don't like to talk in front of a crowd. Right. Whatever that excuse is, but I want to tell you today that your personality, who you are, sometimes have to be put on the backside for your purpose.
Ooh, you ain't saying, oh my God.
The whole song.
Because listen, I'm not the kind of person that would ever be on front of a camera, you know? I was telling Lisa, I said, I dusted off this ring light because I thought I was going to be a YouTube star, and I never, ever did it. But what the point that I'm trying to make is some of us are timid, we're shy, and some of us do have big personalities. But sometimes your purpose is the opposite of that personality. And I do dare to say that I believe that sometimes God does that because he wants you to lean and depend on him, not your personality, not who you are on the inside.
Look here, she done preached the whole
She didn't.
You done said some mouthful. Do you hear me?
Right.
But I mean, I see it a lot. So people say, "Oh, I don't want to be in front of the camera." You need to be in front of the camera.
Right.
You have something to say. You have something that you need to do. So get over your personality.
That sounds like you talking to me, Lisa.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna tell
Me
you
too.
It's me too. You know, because when she said that,
Everybody.
I was thinking about how my true personality is not conducive to what I need to do. So when you said that, I was like, I so agree, because my true
I'm going against the grain, you know.
yes, my true personality is more, you know, thuggish, ruggish. It's just like gangster, not trying to, we don't negotiate, you know what I'm saying? That type of person. I can't be that, you know. I have to be so different, and sometimes it be so hard because when somebody cross me, I'm already ready to go to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Sleep with the fishes.
But hey, sometimes you need to be a thug.
Yeah, so that's the part in your journey when you can pull out your true personality. That's the part you really enjoy.
But yeah, it's so true. Everything can be used. Nothing is wasted. That's something that I learned. Nothing is wasted.
Oh God! I mean, there's times when people be like, "I gotta tell this person something, but I can't do it. Can you do it?" And you know why they asking me to do it?
Because you're gonna do it.
Because you're gonna be cutthroat with it.
I need to pull out my gangster. I want to be a gangster today.
I get to do it.
See, it's not wasted. It's not wasted.
Right. But I like what you said. I mean, it really is a sacrifice. When you got to turn yourself down in a situation, it is a sacrifice, because when people trigger me and I say to myself, I could just blast them. I can go all over social media, expose them for what they really, really are. But then that sense inside of me and that discernment and that spirit comes to me and says,
spirit in you.
You can't do that.
It's the spirit.
Yes. And then I turn myself down and I said,
you have an alignment moment at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it hurts sometimes when you got to turn yourself down, because it's like you got to humble yourself.
You do. So then you do. And I look at it as this. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable. When you're walking around always comfortable, you know you're not quite doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. When you're uncomfortable, when things just don't feel exactly right, you know you're in a good space, but it's not all exactly right. You're uncomfortable.
I just don't know why.
That is the it factor. The uncomfortability.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. I do not know why you don't just go on and get an offering plate.
Right.
Pass the plate.
Offering, because you done preached up in here today.
Oh no.
I don't know if y'all understand the depth of what she just said.
Yeah.
He said, if you walking around comfortable, that's how you know you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Right. Now, some of us will start on our path. I know all y'all can relate. The minute it start getting too uncomfortable, we go back the other way.
True. I was that person. I raised my hand. I was that person. Anytime it started getting hard, I'm like, this ain't supposed to be like this.
Yes.
Right. I think I'm gonna try it later. I'm gonna come back to it. And I also can admit that I was the type of person that start and stop, never finished anything. Never always wanted to be, shoulda. I was in the shoulda been, shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Mm-hmm.
But through growth and through things in life and kind of being pushed off the cliff a couple of times, you get knocked around, beat up a little bit. School of life will teach you some things. So
Yes, it will.
Absolutely.
it's exciting. I think it's exciting. It's exciting to, I dare say, be a conduit, be a channel for other people, because some things that we take for granted and some things that we know and have learned, I think it's an obligation for us to bring people with us.
Yeah.
To bring people with us. I have a spot where I'm always empathetic, and there's its pros and cons to that, but
Yes.
we have
Definitely.
we have to use this platform in a way that that's good. That's good. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to, I don't want to over spiritualize anything, because
I mean, I just think that it's important that we acknowledge that, because you could have wanted to do this just to get your name out there,
Right.
but you're thinking of helping people. And a lot of people don't go into it for that. They'll go into it, I want to get the highest rated show. I want to get more followers. I want to be popular. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But I just feel like it's great that it's in your heart to help people, because
I'm gonna give y'all a quick example. I don't want to take up all the time. I'm gonna give you a quick example of Lisa and her gangsterism.
Oh Lord,
I'm pondering, okay, what can I name the show? I don't know. Going this way. She was like, she put me on Front Street.
She will do that.
Kathy Brooks show. I was like, no. Oh, that means you had to use my name. That's not my personality. Give me a name that I can go behind if somebody want to come behind me and take it over or something like that. No, you don't have that option. No.
Straight up.
That's her.
She gangstified me.
Gangstified me.
That's Lisa.
Yeah, that's her.
Well,
That's Lisa today.
it was needed, because I would have been behind
She gave you
somebody.
a good push. She gave you a good push.
Yeah, she pushed me off the cliff. I'm still falling.
But I think the reason why is because I know how important it is. Our people struggle. Seem like all our life we struggle. If it's not a financial struggle, it's a health struggle. If it's not a health struggle, it's a mental struggle or emotional struggle. We struggle, and sometimes we don't have the resources that other people have. So to put it on a show, do a podcast where you're literally trying to help people, actually trying to help people be better and live better and feel better. I think that's important, because a lot of our people not going to go to therapy.
It's important.
Absolutely not.
It's important, but it's our birthright. We are supposed to be healthy. We are supposed to be wealthy. We are supposed to walk around here with everything working in order. We're not supposed to be struggling and dealing with all this stuff. But if you don't know that,
exactly,
if you don't have that mindset, you're gonna think it's normal. You're gonna think it's okay to struggle.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
But that's why I said that's why I think it's so good that you want to do this, because it's not like people don't know the things that you just said. It's just that they don't want us to know. Like I said, they profit off us being unhealthy. They profit off our pain. If they can get us to prioritize Gucci over our rent, they winning.
Absolutely.
And so that's what they have done to us for so many years, kept us ignorant of our own power and our own intellect and our own abilities to overcome, so that they can make money off of us, basically. They can, make us build this country and not pay us. All the things that they've done. So I just applaud you, because it takes courage to do this, because trust me, a lot of people have it in them to help other people, but won't take that step to do it. So it takes courage to do this. But I do believe that is your calling, because everybody not going to go to church, everybody not going to go to therapy, and everybody not going to go to even their friends when they need help. So you got a lot of people out here suffering, putting on a beautiful face of makeup. Everybody think it's all good, but really suffering.
It's not.
Yeah.
They suffer.
Yeah. And you know, we all go through phases and things where we sometimes we put on a mask because we're dealing with things, and that's life. Sometimes you do deal with things, but when you have the tools, my job is to help you put tools in your toolbox. We're gonna be the
Hey,
Home Depot
I
of
love it.
spirit,
I love
soul,
it.
and body.
I love
Go
that.
to
I
I
love
do
go
too.
to the toolbox and get what we need. We
Yes.
might be dealing with a lot of stuff.
But
It
that's
can't
what
stop.
that's why it's so good that you're doing this. A person could put in their earbuds and just listen to and follow you and get the tools, like you said, for the toolbox. And the beauty of a podcast is nobody has to know that they're listening to it. They ain't got to explain themselves that they need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Some
Right.
people, it's hard for them to seek help because they're embarrassed or they don't want people to know I need help today.
Right.
But now they don't have to. They just turn on the Kathy Brooks show.
Yeah. Turn me on.
Yeah, I
Once you
look
turn
forward.
me on, you will not turn me off.
Come on now.
Come on,
Yes.
Steve, already.
Yes, yes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I am super
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah, I'm
excited.
looking forward to watching your show and
Me
listening
Yeah.
to your show.
Yeah. Everybody come on. Come on. I want honest feedback. I want to hear from you. And we will grow together. If we have to change something and it's not working, let's pivot. Let's make the change.
Okay.
I'm learning how to do that. That's why, you know, they got wheels on steering wheels on cars, and they go left, they go right, they got reverse and all of that.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we get stuck going in the same, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, course correct. Let's get it right. And if
Absolutely.
I don't have the answers, I will find somebody with the answers, and we will fix whatever it is that I said or whatever is not right. Then we just let's just make it happen.
All right.
I love it. Come
Sounds
on now.
good to
All
me.
right, lady.
So tell everybody where they can find you and follow you on social media.
All right, everybody, tune in. First, go to Stunner Radio. I'm going to be premiering in January. You can follow me on Instagram, The Kathy Brooks Show. You can follow me on Facebook. I will begin to start posting and promoting. So everywhere you look, you're going to find me.
All right.
Yes.
All
Make sure
right.
you guys tune in. She
Yes.
is a part of Stunner Radio. We're excited
Stunner
to have
Radio.
her.
Yeah, we're
Of course.
excited.
She's a
I'm
part of the
excited.
crew.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So
She's a part
thank
of
you
the
all
crew.
for the opportunity to join you all. I think I'm the black coffee and you guys may be the tea, right?
I love it.
Oh my
Right.
goodness, that's so funny. Thank you so much, Kathy, for being with us today. You guys, we're gonna take a real quick break and we'll be right back with a side of tea from Tea Baby. Don't
All
you
right.
forget
It's
that.
my pleasure. See you all soon.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey, this is Tea Baby, and I'm coming to you with a side of tea that you discuss in the comfort of your home, that side of juicy tea.
Hey guys. And so this week with the side of tea with Tea Baby, we're talking about Tristan Thompson. He's back in the news again, and he has a third baby mama. And she's in her third trimester. So At this point, I think he needs to kind of regurgitate back and stop dealing with the side chicks. Now he has a on and off girlfriend, Khloe Kardashian, and of course, I'm pretty sure that she's feeling some type of way because he has a third woman that he's stepped out on her again and had a baby with, and not her.
Well, if I can join in this discussion, T baby, the only thing I can say is if a person show you who they are,
That part.
believe them.
Exactly. And he's done it. He did it the first time.
And
And
so
had a,
I guess she wanted to be like her sister and continue to have the same baby daddy. Is that what was going on there?
I don't know.
So that's what they like to do. I don't know, but that's ridiculous. If he did it to you once, he'll do it again.
And
Yeah.
he's done it 3 times.
Yeah.
But my issue with him is you don't know how to pull out. You don't use protection. You don't know about condoms.
That's not
You're
even
too rich.
He missed that class.
he missed the class, and he's thinking with his big head, remember?
That part.
He's thinking with his big head.
Well,
He's
is
not-
it? Well,
Little head. I
little
think it
bit.
might be the little head instead of the big head because this is technically the big head.
Yes.
So
See,
he's
T-
not even thinking.
T baby mind was somewhere else.
Yeah,
Both of them big.
we missed that.
She said both of them big. I don't know which one.
Exactly. I don't know what y'all talking about. What I'm talking about.
T baby, we caught you in that one.
Limo me was thinking about the big ones, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's why you got to come first. But also, see, here's my thing about this too: is that I don't understand why he got to be so slimy about it. So him and Khloe are not married, right? They're not married,
Right.
so it's okay for him to have babies with other people. It's not against the law. But so when these women come out about it, that's what I don't like. He trying to take them to court, block them, and all this.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
Yeah, why you think I'm gonna be silent? I'm gonna have a whole child for you.
Well, this is the thing. So if he's not technically married to her, right? Is okay for him to sleep around? No. If you in a committed relationship, I don't agree with that. If y'all have a mutual understanding that this is not what we doing, and you know that she's a celebrity, you know that you're known, so why are you putting this out there?
Right, absolutely.
But clearly, for me, the reason why I say if he's not married to her, he's free to have other relationships is because technically there's nothing binding him to her. Now, if he made a commitment to bind himself to her, clearly he's broken that several times.
Several times.
So
several times.
I just feel like if you got
still being with him.
Yes, she is. But I just feel like if you put yourself in that position, especially if she's trying to have a relationship with him, I can't see you being shocked. I can't see, you being upset because you keep taking him back.
Absolutely. That's my part. There's no shock factor at this point because he's done it several times before. And so to me, it seems like you're okay with it because you keep taking him back. You're willing to accept him after he's done the deed. And now he's adding more children, each time. It's not he stepped out, he had one child and you forgave him. And then he came back and he did what he's supposed to do. But now he stepped out several times, and each time he comes back with a new child.
Well, here's my 2 cents, if I could put in my 2 cents.
Yes, come on, Miss Kathy.
This is what I say. Khloe don't need him. Khloe don't need him. She actually made him. Because we wouldn't be talking about him if it wasn't her. So we women need to know our superpower.
Come on, Miss Kathy.
And the minute she decide I don't need him, I don't want to talk about him no more, he is history. Ooh, he would never be spoke on our mouths again. Mm-hmm. So she the one holding the power.
Yep.
But
she don't even know it.
But he could go out and have 15 more children. We don't even have to worry about him no more.
But I have a question about this because they cut Jordan Sparks off. They cut her off completely. They didn't have
we don't talk about her no more.
But you still sleeping with this man? You still trying to have kids with this man?
Well,
And then you came on to her.
well, like I
Wow.
said, in my
See, to me,
show,
that should be an embarrassment to her. Like, I would go back to my friend because I chose this dude over you, and now he's still making a fool of me.
Right.
For me, I would go back to my friend and be like, friend, I made a mistake. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I feel bad that I chose him over you.
That was her little sister's best friend.
well, you know what? I'm gonna
right.
tell Chloe she need to listen to the show because her spirit, soul, and body are not aligned.
Absolutely.
Her body is somewhere else, and her soul is somewhere else.
Probably
her
because
soul
her soul
is attached to him.
Probably because her soul don't know the new body. It's like, who this person?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You done had so much work done.
You see what happens when you get out of alignment?
Right. Right.
That's why it's so important, ladies.
Yes.
But he could have 15, 16 more babies. He might.
But see, here's my thing too. For a woman that want to be with a dude, I wouldn't want to be with a dude who go out here and get these women pregnant and then sling them through the mud like that in the social media and then try to take them to court and block them. There's something wrong with him inside.
Because he can. Yeah, but
I wouldn't even want to be with no man like that.
I wouldn't
even know why she would want him. Like because the same way he's acting immature with these women, he's gonna do the same way.
Exactly.
See, he gonna get to a point, hopefully, get older and all that. Then he settle with somebody, and he got all these straggly babies hanging out somewhere. It's sad.
Come on now, we got a whole show about that. Especially for anybody dating past the age of 45. That's basically your whole dating pool. Is what these men been out here just living fast and loose,
sowing their wild
sowing all their wild oats and bringing back some wild children. And then they get in their 40s and 50s and want to settle down, and you got to deal with all this baggage.
Right. A heavy baggage at that. You be having a whole conveyor belt at the airport of baggage that you do not want to deal with.
Look, and it ain't no Louis baggage. It's just
it's tattered and torn. Right. Miss Kathy, it's tattered and torn. It got holes in it. The wheels breaking on it.
It's true though.
Get old.
It's true though. It's true though. Those are the choices we have. So young women, if you got a man and you happy with that man, stay with that man.
Right, please.
You don't want to be out here with us.
You don't. Baby, when I tell you, you be shaking your head and you just want to, you actually want to go and get and create your own person.
Right.
Go get you a robot and get a man because baby, I would prefer having a robot that talk to me and say, hey baby, well, I fixed breakfast this morning. Thank you. Because
you need to change your Alexa to Alexa with a male name and talk to them.
Right.
Right. Adam.
I might have to do
that. The first male. The one that had it all together.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Another point I wanted to make about this story is sometimes I get annoyed by how people care about these people. Mm-hmm. And when I say these people, I mean the Kardashians, because they get so much attention for their bad choices that I think it influences other people.
You're absolutely correct.
Because when you think about it, they make a lot of bad choices.
A lot of bad choices.
I mean, I just hate that they get so much attention for that.
Yeah. I mean, OJ.
It's glorified.
Yeah.
Glorified bad choices. And then you see other celebrities who want to be in that same bad choice pool and get the same glorification. They start doing the same thing, dealing with their baby daddy the same, or dealing with whomever they dealing with at that particular moment. And so now you see them in the news. Yeah. For instance, when we talked about the baby and his child's mom,
he just trifling. He just trifling. You heard me,
right? Yeah. So I mean, it's the same thing. Like they having issues with amongst each other, and he trying to put her out, and then he going live on social media.
Yeah, that
It's
was
the
the
same
trifling
thing.
part. All of
Right.
that was the whole trifling situation.
But I meant to ask y'all this when we talked about that. Because after I thought about it, I want to know, do y'all think that's his real personality?
No.
Or is he doing this for,
I don't think
more
that's
and
it.
more attention?
I definitely
More and more
feel like he's
attention.
doing this for more and more attention. I feel like he was popping for a little bit with his songs and all that good stuff, and then he kind of like threw himself under the bus a little bit when he did the song with Tory Lanez after the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation, and then the whole Danny Lay, he was messing with her, but then you say you wasn't, then you posting your baby mama online. Like he did a whole lot of petty catty stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
That looked like you're just trying to get attention.
That's what I think.
It's attention.
After it's all said and done, I feel like it's a little bit of attention seeking.
I do.
You know, it's probably the disease of the business. You know, you have to stay relevant. So you get to a point where you do whatever it takes, and if it's with that, then
I did see that he lost his dad and his brother in the peak of his career.
Right.
So he could have been dealing with personal issues. You know, these celebrities deal with stuff and they don't seek that help. They don't talk to counselors. They don't have therapists and stuff like that. So that also could have played a factor.
Yeah, they probably have access to resources, but they probably don't have time because, like I said, it's the disease of the industry. You have so many demands on you that it's more important that you stay relevant than to deal with your soul and to deal with the things that you need to take care of.
Yeah. Right. Truthfully, Chambers, thank you for tuning in. She says they do whatever they can in order to stay relevant. It is the business.
Yeah. Yes.
It's true.
That is absolutely true.
I believe that's true. But I think it's sad that we live in a society that want to see people be messy. I think that's sad.
Right.
It's messed up.
It's like
so wrong.
It's like certain things that go viral. It's all this messy stuff. And when they first started the Housewives of Atlanta, I think we all had hope that we was gonna see a different type of black woman.
Right.
But they want us to be messy.
Look at Miss Kathy.
I'm so
be messy. So I think
I'm so sorry.
It's sad.
I have to say this. I'm so sorry.
Speaking
of Housewives. Y'all know this girl has a whole TV show with her husband.
Yes, Portia's Family Matters.
Yes,
girl,
it's a spinoff.
Is and y'all they can't say nothing. They can't say nothing about Portia. I don't care what they got to say negative about Portia.
Well, this is how I feel about Portia.
She know what she got going on.
Mad
at all. I'm not mad at you.
About her, I felt like she was strategic from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
And I think a turning point happened in her career when she got quoted about the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
And I think that was so embarrassing because of who her people are that it was a turning point for her. And it was like, you know what? I'm not doing this right. I got to come up with a strategy. And I really believe she did that.
Absolutely.
Because if you think about all the beef she had with people, they wasn't really real beefs.
Except that Candy one. That whole Candy.
And that one was like, that didn't make sense.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But it made us remember her.
Yep.
And it wasn't for her lack of knowledge about the Underground Railroad.
Right.
So I think she put her plan in action. And if anything, for the people that's hating on her, you need to try to learn from her.
Learn.
That she has some goals, honey. She has some goals. And she was like, I'm not going to be Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to be Portia Williams, the artist, the executive producer, the whatever else she want to be.
Right.
And she used that opportunity to
catapult that.
She did that. A strategy in motion.
I agree with that. And that's what I try to encourage people to do. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but that's what I try to encourage people to do with their life. Don't just go with the flow of your life. You got to have a strategy.
Yeah.
If you know you want to get from point A to point B, it take a map. It take a plan to do that. You got to write that out and take, like Kathy said, take them steps, take action.
Well, I'm guilty of not following everything, but I do remember back when Portia started in her first marriage, the big divorce she went through. It was funny because they were all teasing her because when she had the divorce, she moved into this house. She had no furniture.
Mhm.
She was driving around these big cars. And they was like, girl, how you going to afford all this? And she was like, I got a plan. I got a plan.
Oh, yes.
I got a
She did
plan.
say that.
And she never talked about the plan. She kept saying, I got a plan. I got a plan. Next thing you know, she's on Dish TV. Next thing you know, she's at doing some kind of musical. Next thing you know, she's doing. Now we see that she did have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
know?
she did.
And that goes back to Lisa's point. You know, you don't just, you know, you got to make some things happen.
You have to.
So I give her credit for that.
I give her credit for that too. And I think I
I'm
don't want to go off
her.
on a
I'm happy
tangent.
for her.
I'm rooting for her too. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I think sometimes because we are so deeply as Black people rooted in religion, some people have learned to just not take action. Learn that, well, if I try to make something happen, I'm getting in God's way. No, God don't want you to struggle. God don't want you to be out here not having what you need. So he gave you a brain. He gave you a heart and a mind. So I think sometimes people get just raised that way, where don't go out here trying to make things happen. If it's for you, it'll come. But sometimes it's for you, but you got to go get it.
Yeah,
no,
yeah. The words say you take it by action, you take it by force. You got to get it.
Yeah,
yes.
Give me my stuff.
Exactly.
Give it to me.
Exactly.
And that's what Portia did.
We over spiritualize too much.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
We got to go get what belongs to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And we can't let people gaslight us into thinking that's not feminine. That's a masculine trait. Somebody try to just go and do. No, it's not, baby. No, it's not. Because it's not no gender attached to it. It's just a take action person. It doesn't mean because I'm a take charge person and I have a plan and I'm gonna put my plan in action that I'm masculine. So a lot of women, I know I have felt that feedback from people when it's like I go about doing what I said I'm gonna do and I don't ask nobody's permission. Well, they feel like, oh, she's trying to be a man. She's trying to be masculine. No.
Are you that what is that A personality type?
Yeah, that type A, or she an alpha. She's trying to be an alpha female.
Right.
No, we all should be that way.
We do. We should. Absolutely.
Definitely should.
Because see, what happens to people who just go with the flow of life, they don't know it, but they get caught up in somebody else's plan. Because when you go, because if somebody got a plan to come up and you just go on with the flow of life, they're gonna come up off you because you don't even have a plan of your own.
Right.
So
and then you be mad because they came up off you.
Yeah, you'll be mad at them. Well, you should have had a plan of your own, because if you would have had your own plan while they trying to play you, you would have got everything you needed from them.
Right.
Yep.
So I want to encourage the ladies. I know people was clowning her when she got with Simon, and I was one of them. I was like, nah, I don't think that's right. That was her friend. But now
she didn't let her plan to turn.
Now I look back on it, he fell into the plan, baby. He was just he was qualified and
he fell into the plan, and
they
got worked even further.
All that fist bump stuff. Yeah.
He fell into the plan.
He fell into the plan. He fit right into the mold.
Got him, coach.
Hey.
All back to the and he was qualified for the position. See, a lot of us have a plan and we know what type of person we want for the position, but we'll let an unqualified joker get in that role. And then when the one come in your life that is qualified, you sitting there like, now how I'm gonna fire him real quick so I can hire him.
So I can replace.
Yes.
Hey,
that's
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm gonna school you.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta have action. You gotta have plans. You gotta work the plan.
Right. Yes, indeed. I mean, look.
Wait a minute. That remind me of what you said last night, Lisa. You said,
what?
I need y'all to get a man, but don't get no simple one. Get one that can help.
That's not for on the air. But anyway, listen, y'all. And y'all wonder what she talked about? We were struggling with our equipment on the red carpet, and I said, ain't none of us got a man. That's the plan. I said, look, I need y'all to get a man. he can just be your man for when we have Stunner in the City. So you could just say this my Stunner in the City man. Now, everybody ain't got to know that.
Bring a man.
He ain't got to know that.
Bring a man.
However, he can't be simple because I can't work well with simple. If I got to tell him the same thing 2 or 3 times, he's not qualified for the position. I'm just letting you know, T.
We're not compatible.
Yes. I'm just letting you know, T baby. But I'm so encouraged and I'm so excited because I think it's wonderful that you're doing what you're doing, Kathy. I think it's wonderful.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes, I look forward
welcome to the family.
Yes, welcome.
I feel the love. It's just permeating through the screen, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm ready for some more tools in my toolbox.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready for everybody.
Well, I'm full of ideas. Don't be surprised if I walk up with my orange Home Depot the Home Depot apron and we get to working.
Okay.
Hey, we be sending out stuff, you know. But,
well, we all about action, and we all about action at Stunner Radio. Speaking of that, if you are in Houston, I want to invite you to the Jingle Jam put on by Loud Music. You guys just go to their page, Official Loud Music on Instagram, and you get all the details. It's tomorrow, and we're gonna be there, right, ladies?
Yes, we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
In action.
In action.
That's our new word.
I also want to encourage you guys, please go to the Stunner Radio Holiday Gift Guide. Zoe has some amazing products on there for you, especially for the holiday season. Zoe, real quick before we go, can you tell us your holiday candles? Tell us a little bit about them.
So yes, I have a few new holiday candles like white amber moss, and I also have eucalyptus and peppermint. So you guys need to check those out. You can go to my Instagram at dynamic_scent, and I have the link to my website in the bio. So y'all go check it out. And I have bath salts, bath bombs, and I also have holiday gift baskets, and you can personalize them. So yeah, go check it out.
Okay. Yes, we are so proud of Zoe and Dynamic Sense, you guys.
Yes.
There are so many great gifts on our holiday gift guide. So please do visit our website, click Holiday Gift Guide, and you can check it all out there. So anybody want to close us out with last words? I mean, Kathy done preached a sermon.
Well, just as a reminder, I will be my show will be premiering in January. I would love to see you guys online, giving your support, and I look forward to speaking with you and coming into the airwaves real soon.
Well, she preached the sermon again.
All right, you guys. We'll see y'all next week, and y'all please again pray for those people who are, experiencing a lot of loss. A lot of loss today. Yes. And also pray for your girl, because I just feel that lottery win coming. Y'all tell it to come quick. Come on,
let me manifest it right quick.
Right.
Manifest it. Write it down.
Yeah.
3 times.
It's like the pastor saying, quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna need it quickly.
Yes.
I'm playing them numbers by faith.
Playing numbers.
Yes. But so next week, speaking of faith, we have a new show also starting in January, Grace Talk, and we are going to be interviewing them next week on Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. So you guys please tune in, and I guess we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Be safe.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.